All right, sweet. So I'm assuming everyone got attendance squared away. So here's what we have on our agenda. We already talked about that project opportunity. If anyone has any additional questions, feel free to let us know and we can reach out to the company as well. We're also going to be covering in this meeting, we're going to give you a little bit of an introduction to Offset Club as well as some of our plans for this coming semester in terms of meetings. And then we're going to talk about our current and upcoming activities within the club. And then we're going to actually get into the main portion of what we want to cover for this meeting, which is going over a little bit of ethical hacking, the methodology behind it, and then we're going to go over a little bit of reconnaissance. All right, so Offset Club, obviously you guys are here Mondays, 6 p.m. alternating. We're alternating with Computer Club, so next Monday at 6 p.m. will be Computer Club. We are streaming in Discord or YouTube, so if you do happen to maybe not feel well that day, we are live in Discord and YouTube as well. For our communications, we do have the DSU Security Club's Discord, which you can join if you scan that URL link or if you just go to that link there. We're going to be sending some, we do have an OffSec channel in the Colonel Popper Slack if you are in that, so you can join us there as well. All right, so here's our OffSec officers for this year. We have Kimmy.
Hi.
Myself, and then we have Richard. He's currently an online student, but he will also be joining us as well. So some of our current and upcoming activities, right now we have 2 different teams going for 2 different competitions. A penetration testing competition, we have that team, and then we also have a social engineering competition team as well. We are going to be sending out a spreadsheet link to everyone in our Discord and our Slack as well with a list of different competitions that you guys, if you are interested in competing in competitions, maybe if you're a beginner, if you're experienced, it's open to everyone. But we're going to be sending out a spreadsheet of those. So if you're interested and there's dates that work for you, feel free to let us know or form your own team if you have some friends that you want to compete with. All right, so to start off our plan for this coming semester in terms of clubs and meetings, we are going to be going over the ethical hacking and the different steps and phases for that. So some of the different methodology behind it, for those of you who don't know, there's different kind of methodologies based off of different companies and organizations that have come up with. Some of you, if you've ever heard of the cyber kill chain, produced by Lockheed Martin, these are just different kind of steps or phases that one would go through if you're completing a security penetration test or ethical hacking, different things like that. So they're basically different guidelines that people come up with. I'm not sure if you guys can actually read that, but if you just Google the cyber kill chain, that can come up as well. They're just different guidelines to kind of set out like the different steps and phases you should go through if you're trying to complete penetration test for a company. So this is kind of similar to what the company was talking about earlier for testing their app, similar to that. But these different methodologies can be flexible depending on the goals. You'll see a lot of different ones. This is the cyber kill chain. We also have the MITRE attack kind of framework, which is knowledge-based, and it's based off of different kind of phases. So I can actually show that really quick. I'm not sure if anyone has ever heard of it. But if you see here, they have the different kind of stages or ways to get on. So if you see there's a recon, and they talk about different ways. They talk about different techniques for like the initial access phase and then maybe the persistent phase. But that's definitely a lot of information. So if anyone wants to go click through that, they're definitely more than welcome to. So for our meetings, we're actually going to be simplifying some of the stages, and we're going to be using this 5-step stages. So you can see here, they're all listed here, and for each meeting, we're going to be going through one of the phases. So this first meeting here is going to be the recon phase, which is gathering information on a target. So we're going to teach you a little bit about different methods and ways of gathering information and performing recon on a target. And your goal is to complete all these stages, but we're going to have a target for you guys to practice this on, so that by the end of all these meetings, you're going to have completed a successful security penetration test. So that's what our goal is of these next few meetings, is to get everyone from all the way from beginners to experienced. If you're experienced, feel free to help out anyone who hasn't done something like this before. But this is just to get everyone kind of on the same page and lay out the foundational skills. All right, so I'm going to have Mariel. She is going to be covering the reconnaissance that we're going over today and going to be teaching everyone. Like I said, if you guys want to follow along on the slides, the link is in the top right corner.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Mariel Klosterman. I'm Annabelle's sister.
Some people confuse me for Annabelle, but I am not. So really quick, I'm just going to cover what I'm going over in this presentation. I'm going to make it as quick as possible so we can actually get to the reconnaissance that you guys can have an exercise with. So we're going to cover what footprinting is, 2 main uses of it, how to use it, and a general approach to using it. All right, who am I? This is just a little bit about, why you should listen to me. I did a research project on sock puppet accounts, which investigators and malicious actors use in order to target people. It doesn't matter if they're actually trying to do malware or if they're trying to target a company. That's what they use. I have published the project as a fact sheet by an intelligence and expert investigation service, and I'm also working with one of those experts on incorporating my sock puppet project into their class about OSINT. I've also presented on this, and I'll be presenting as well to another security group this week. All right, open source footprinting, basically information that you can get from public places. Footprinting is just seeing where your target has been, what they're doing now, just getting an understanding of what they're doing. Usually a big one is their website. If they have a news page, you can always see, okay, have they recently acquired any other companies? Have they made any mergers? Are they having a company picnic? A lot of people do that. You can also find information about them on their social media. If other places are posting about them, you can find it that way. I won't be covering network-based footprinting because we're just focusing on open source. It's one of the biggest things. And I'm not covering active reconnaissance. I'll touch on that a little bit later. But the reason why I'm focusing on open source intelligence is because malware utilizes 97% of malware utilizes social engineering. And a lot of that you get through open source intelligence. So the other 3% is technical exploits, right? Why would you try, all the time to find like a 0-day or something that will get you a foothold when you can just say, hey, let me in, and they let you in. Okay, 2 main uses of footprinting. We are going to be covering OSINT. So that's basically publicly available sources, newspaper, Craigslist ads, social media, things like that. This is completely legal. It's available to the public. It's not something that someone has an expectation of privacy. So that's why it's the most ethical way to go about it. Active reconnaissance is known as human intelligence. That's when you're connecting or contacting people directly in order to get information that otherwise you would not know. So a lot of times attackers will connect with someone on a social media, or they'll connect with a family member or friend in order to get information. We don't do that because that messes with a lot of laws that we don't, if we don't know much about them, this could be very illegal. And it usually is illegal if you do that. They have that expectation of privacy. So again, if it's open source, you shouldn't have to connect with them. You shouldn't have to do anything that no one else, if they're just searching, would be able to do. Okay, how to use it. So usually with search engines, with online, right, it's about indexing. Indexing is basically search engines, they collect this information, they use web crawlers, they go scan a page, and they have the information about what's on that page, what it links to, things like that. That's how you can search in your search engine and find something that you don't know the URL or the IP address of. So if you have a new page or if you have a new website, the search engines aren't always going to index it right away, right? They don't know that it's out there until either someone tells them or their web crawlers eventually get there. So I'll touch on that a little bit later as far as exercise. Tools are very useful. There's a lot of tools out there. I put some at the end of these slides if you want to go check them out. If you want different ones, Reddit or Facebook, Twitter, I have a lot of other ones. I just can't link them all because there's a lot. So if you have any questions or if you want to know more about that, give me a shout out or one of your officers. Sometimes you will have to find things manually.
Like I said, there are a lot of tools, but they don't always do what you want them to do. Also, if they're configured a certain way to search for certain things, if, say something isn't indexed, they can't find it if it's not indexed, right? They can't find it if it's not there. So big thing is document what you find, right? If you find personally identifiable information, if you find account URLs, I usually make a company document or a document on the person that I'm trying to find information on, and then I record, URLs, time and date I found them, things like that. Also images. Sometimes, I don't know if you guys know this, you can find metadata about location, things like that when it was taken. A lot of interesting information. Also email addresses, especially for companies. If you can find the way in which they structure their company addresses, whether it's first name dot last name or last name dot first name, you can find a bunch of the employees, and then you can, I'll go into this next. You can scrape your social media, find that email address structure. You can build an email list of known employees or people you think are employees. Make sure you have that structure of the first name dot last name. Send them an email blast. It doesn't have to be anything specific or any really good phishing. But once you do that, you can get a lot of information about, okay, is this an active account? You'll sometimes get that bounce back like, no, it's not, this doesn't exist. Or you can get an out-of-office email responder, which you can also use to structure spear phishing emails saying, hey, I'm this person, which is something I've seen a lot in one of my companies that I worked for. Someone would be out of office, and we would have phishing attempts saying, hey, I'm this person, I need you to do this task for me really quick. Send me your phone number or text me here at this phone number. So that was a really quick rundown. Hopefully I didn't go too fast. If you have any questions, feel free. Okay, otherwise, your mission is to find information on this company, as much information as you can. There's 2 categories for the competition. You can find information on the target and craft a phishing email, which you will send to the email that you find. Otherwise, you can identify a lot of information that might be useful if you're, actually trying to use technical penetration tools. If you have any questions or need a bit of help, I will give you a hint that Google has not indexed this. However, that does not mean that other search engines have not. Yeah, so sometimes you won't always find the website right off. You'll find, a social media account of someone who works there. So don't always just look for the website. Sometimes look for, any information that could be connected. Yeah, that might be a lot faster with the time we have. So also, there are prizes for the first people or like the best entries in each category. So if you want a prize,
If anyone need a little hint, use DuckDuckGo for search engine. You'll find it.
All right, for anyone stuck on trying to find at like social media or website or anything, try using DuckDuckGo.com if you don't have the DuckDuckGo browser or search engine. All right, I see a few people still working, so we'll just give you guys a few more minutes. All right, if you are still working on your phishing emails, please wrap those up in the next 4 minutes. That's when we'll be judging. Thank you. Okay, so since pretty much everyone submitted a social engineering email, we're gonna do the information that might be useful category. So who has information that they found that they thought would be useful? You're not sure. Okay, so what personally identifiable information did you guys find? Yes. Okay, anything else? Spouses' names, right? Where they live, what they like to do. Potential food suppliers, okay. What else did you guys find? Okay, yep. Found an email address that's just sitting out there. Okay. So how could you use personally identifiable information? Did anyone find the Twitter account? Okay. Did anyone look for the Twitter account? Oh, I see. Okay. So, yeah. So if you had been on the Twitter, you would have found a few more things like the CFO's daughter's birthday, right? You can do a lot of things with that too. So what can you do with the information that you found? Create a password list. Who knows the COO's favorite thing? Okay. Do you know their favorite character? You'll probably find that on Facebook. Okay. So Han Solo. All right. So quite a few things, right? You could probably guess a password with Han Solo or, Millennium Falcon, right? So create a password list, right? You have the email, send a lot of phishing emails. Anything else that you guys found? Okay, what could you do with that? Okay. Okay, so you know where some of their children live, right? What they like to do? I'm just saying, you could know, right? You could say, hey, I'm your kid from whatever, or you could send them an emergency, oh no, we found your kid, right? Or your grandkids, or something like that. Something happened to them. Okay, what's the most interesting piece of information any of you found? Okay, I like that. Yep. Yes. Yeah. All right. How did you figure that out? Very cool. All right. Anyone have anything more interesting than finding out the phone number is a Easter egg thing? All right. Well, I guess the prize goes to you then. Clap. Please clap. All right, come up and pick your prize. As I said before, we have the great USB data blocker. Try to download malware. Nope. Or you could take the possibly multi-tool or USB drive or something else. Congratulations. Andrew. All right, so Andrew's going to go through your social engineering emails. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Is that 5?
Are they anonymized?
They are.
Wonderful. Okay, so I'm just going to pretend like I'm reading these emails. This is my inbox, and I'm just browsing. And I received an email this must be me. Yeah. Hello, I received my order of pumpkin rolls. Oh, awesome. and brioche bread. However, we discovered some issues with your order. First of all, the food was moldy upon arrival. Oh no. And I'm not sure how it passed the inspection, but this is unacceptable. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit like scared and threatened. That's a good quality of a phishing email. Second, we only received half of our pumpkin rolls. Oh, this customer is mad. Because of these major issues, I would like a refund. Please reach out via phone to resolve the issue. Okay, fairly good. This like puts me on edge. Like this is a good pretext. I need to address this problem with this customer. I don't see a phone number. How do I reach back out to this person? Oh, okay. I assume I have Amy's number in my database somewhere, hopefully. Okay. Okay. And so would Amy then put pressure on me to like share a credit card number or let's see, we want a refund. So how okay, pretty good. Delivery for next week. Do I just hit next? Okay, wonderful. Hello, Mr. Johnson. It recently came to... Oh, employment inquiry. Wonderful. Hello, Mr. Johnson. It recently came to my attention that you work at a company that piques my interest. I was speaking with my best friend. How would we pronounce this? Oife Lahan, who just so happens to be your old account manager at Greenhouse, and she informed me that you would be a great contact. Oh, good. I would love to connect with you and learn more about your business, seeing as my Ireland-based startup hopes to learn from some of the most prestigious food companies in the world. Plan to travel to the United States on business in a few weeks and would love to hear from you. I would love it if you would take a look at my company and give me some pointers. SketchyRedirect.com. That's one of my favorite websites. I visit that one all the time. SketchyRedirect.com. So like bit.ly/ definitely a safe link. I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, so I like this one because there's a link right there and it feels very personal. And if I'm running a business, I want to be engaged with my customers and clientele and people interested in my business. I'd probably click that. I'd probably click it. Warm regards, Mary Dolly, manager and Fresh Incorporated? Manager at Fresh Incorporated, maybe? Dinner product service. Okay. Hello, Mr. Johnson. I assumed my name would be spelled with one S, so that would be a spelling mistake in the last one. That's okay. It makes it more personal. My name is Klein, and I am inquiring about my business Star Wars Space Gifts. We are a Star Wars gift business. Here is a link to our page. I would love to have my products at your annual community dinner. Here is our page. tinyurl/space gifts. That looks like something I would definitely click. 100% for sure. Okay, yeah, this is good. It feels very personal again. It feels like something a normal person, not a bot, sent to me. I'd probably click it. 9 out of 10. Dear Alf, we would like to thank you for all of your hard work. Enjoy some free Chipotle on us. I do like Chipotle. Click here to redeem. Click here with a smiley face. Broadbeck Food Management Team. This one's pretty good. Short, sweet, and to the point. I like it. It feels a little bit less personal. This feels a little bit maybe more like a bot just sent it to 1,000 people. But I'd probably click. 8 out of 10 I'd click. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Subject 2. This is the second iteration of the phishing message. Click now or die. So I have two choices, and it's a hard one for me, but click PLS. So I have to be in a generation that knows that that means please. They're asking politely. HTTPS, okay, so I was taught that when you're reviewing the security of a message or a website, the S means it's secure, so I'm clicking it. Absolutely. defsec.club, that sounds legit. Your fate is sealed, sent with Proton Mail secure email. So I know it's secure. We've got the S in HTTPS, so that's good. Click now or die. I mean, you got to click it. And the winky face is good, so that's a good one. Okay. Things to note about security. Hi, just wanting to let you know some of the things I was able to find about you and your company. Ooh, that's starting off spicy. Okay, so here's our phone number. Here's our address. Our founding father's son is David Brent, a farmer in Ohio. Oh, okay. Okay, fair enough. Skip. Yep. How's this one? Is this a phishing message? Star Wars Marathon. Hey, Alf, I was just checking in on if you were coming to the Star Wars movie marathon. I must have a Star Wars interest. Was that an OSINT thing? Okay, good. Yeah, for sure. Star Wars movie marathon going on in Shelby at the movie theater. RSVP here if interested. Not fishylink.com. It has an S in it. HTTPS means it's secure. So, yeah, I'd probably click on that. I do like Star Wars. Absolutely. Star Wars Mystery Dinner. Oh, DSU sponsor. Hi, Alf. Dakota State University is an avid fan of Star Wars like you. Indeed. And we recently met with your wife, Christine, in Shelby, South Dakota. These people know a lot about me. To discuss DSU sponsoring your annual Star Wars Mystery Dinner. Please take a look at some of DSU's logo graphics to be incorporated with the annual Star Wars Mystery Dinner. Okay. So URL looks a little sketchy, but I'd probably still click it. Yeah, I like this one because it's referencing something very specific. And if I, the target, really was having a Star Wars dinner and I was interested in DSU sponsorship, this feels like something I would open, something I would click. Okay. Hi, Alf. I have recently learned about your company. I'm interested in providing retail opportunities for your products in my mercantile. If you're interested in this offer, please click this link. Link looks pretty good. That looks like a legit website. Suppliers, yes. Thank you in advance for your time and consideration. Okay, that one looks pretty good. I'm probably interested in supply. Probably click that one. That one does look a little bit spammy. Just a little bit. Okay, rotten meat found in order. Yeah, this happens. This has been happening a lot with my company. I don't know what's going on. Hello, Mr. Johnson. Okay, should Johnson be spelled with one S or two? Two, okay. My phone thinks I'm trying to talk to it. Just a moment. Okay. Hello, Mr. Johnson. I recently placed an order with your company, Broadbeck Foods, and most of the food arrived in prime condition. However, my children got seriously ill after eating some of the meat, and we later found out it was rotten. I've placed a video in the attacked link. That sounds a tiny bit sketchy. And I'm trying to remember all of my Rickroll YouTube IDs, but I'm pretty sure that's a Rickroll. Is that not a Rickroll? 100% a Rickroll. Okay, good. Yeah, wait. Not clicking that. That is a sketchy attacked link. Okay, and that's all of them. So, is there more? Okay, we have one more. FDA spot inspection, action needed. Okay, so hot tip. This is like, this draws my attention immediately. Action needed. I need to read this email and do something. Probably click a link. Good afternoon. I've tried to get in contact via your company email and cell number, but have not received a response. It sounds like they're going to let me know my loans have been accepted into the Navient settlement program. And do you all get those calls too? Maybe not. Okay. My name is Shane. I'm a compliance officer at the Food and Drug Administration. I'm reaching out on behalf of the FDA to schedule a spot inspection of your Broadbeck Foods location in Shelby. This is required in addition to your regular annual inspection. Please get back to me with some times that work for this week, and we list some times so that I can pass them on to our field agents who will visit your location and conduct the inspection. Please also include a phone number that I can reach you at. So that sounds very official and very scary. Clearly I need to take some action, but I assume I would then like reach out and you would respond with a piece of malware or something. Please open this docx. That's definitely not a Metasploit payload. That's a good one. That looks very, very official. Okay. Have you seen the new bead by Elisa's Instagram post? The food looks so good. Is this like a food Instagram, I assume? I would definitely click that. I like looking at pictures of awesome food. Sometimes that's like I go home and I just scroll through pictures of food. You can tell. Okay. Was this? Oh, this is a new one. Annual Star Wars Mystery Dinner script. Good afternoon, Alf. In preparation for Shelby's annual Star Wars Mystery Dinner, we've conducted a script on the attached document regarding the script for the Mystery Dinner. Please feel free to email us back with any input regarding the script. I'm definitely opening that document. 100% sure. How to get hacked 11.docx. I'd probably click it. I'd open the document to see what's in there. I'd enable content. I would enable macros. I would click yes on the prompt. Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. A nice PDF document, payload delivery format. Oh, wait, no, this is docx. Okay. Is that all of them? Should there be some more? I think if the phishing email ended up in the spam folder, I'm not clicking it because it's spam, right? I don't usually go clicking through my spam folder, but whoops. So, yeah, I would be interested to see after why they ended up in the spam folder. If they're, does it contain the word Viagra? Because that'll get you flagged instantly. My goodness. Okay, I feel very on the spot. These are all excellent. Oh, these are all so good. So this one I am impressed by because the link looks pretty legit, right? That looks like, I don't know, a real company. Feels very cordial. So I'm going to put that one in the top 3 to 5. Let's see. That one's good. Not fishy link. Pretty good. This one, yeah, okay. Note about security. This one definitely is a little bit threatening, a little over the top, but good. Good to this person. I do like Chipotle. That's a pretty good one. Tiny URL. See, this one feels very personal. This is good. Employment inquiry. Boy, you know, to be quite honest, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with this one because it feels the most personal and it feels like the one that I really want to engage with as an email user, right? I will assume that the sketchy redirect link would be modified to look somewhat legitimate, maybe a little bit. But this one feels to me like a personal email from a real person, not a bot. It's something I'm going to actively try to engage with. And if it asks me to click something or download something or enter my password or run a meterpreter.exe payload, I'm probably going to do it because this person clearly like needs my help and they're really, they want my assistance. So I'm going to go with this one. Who is this person? Congratulations. The winner of the phishing contest.
All right. Okay. Do you want to come to your prize? Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for coming to our first OffSec meeting. Yeah, we'll be here every other Monday, so thank you.